Hi everyone, this is audapostrophe. Let's continue our game of Buried Stars on Nintendo Switch. Okay, YouTube finally put this game in their database. I've only been playing it for what, 4 weeks now? Facebook Gaming, no. Still don't know if this game exists. Strangely enough, Twitch did know that it existed really since its release date. So it's interesting to see how each of these platforms update their game database. Some better than others. Sometimes some will have a listing and others won't have a listing. Right now, Facebook Gaming is the worst. They have the smallest database. And sometimes I had to put the wrong game in just to have a game subject. Okay, beleaguered. 5 a.m. Oh, no, not 5 a.m. 5. So, 12:50 a.m. Let's check Phater. Tired of hearing the same criticism. He gained attention through great talent. I'll say, this happens to me all the time, right? I think that's the thing that I had to say. So sad to hear that happens all the time. You got more screen time because you got good reviews and didn't cause any controversies. I didn't expect to get attention like this. I guess some people still believe me. Yes. Yes. More sanity. More. Well, the show making a fuss on the stage, I knew it. She was doing all those things to get more votes. Pathetic. Fake panic attacks. When Yu Young showed some symptoms of panic attacks during the show, many people suspected her of faking it to win pity votes. Nobody does that. Yeah. After she left the group, Yu Young spent her free time working in a cafe as a barista, but just in case you didn't know, coffee is well known to aggravate panic attacks and depression. As Yu Young pointed out that Yu Young enjoyed coffee as a barista after leaving her group, they didn't forget to point out that coffee and panic attacks don't mix well. But that's not true for everyone, so that's why it's sort of a weak argument, you know. See, he has talent and works really hard. He received a scholarship from his university. How likely is that for a rich student to get a scholarship intended for low-income students? Unfair acquisition. S. Young claimed that Geek had unfairly taken away the scholarship opportunity for a needy student. She hasn't talked about her past on TV yet, but many people think that that's part of her mysterious concept. Do you think she didn't want to, or that she couldn't talk about it? What's she really like when she's not on stage? As Ian raised the question of why the staff was not revealing Ina's past, they assumed that there must be something fishy in her past. Or she's just boring. But she probably has something fishy. Yeah. Is that about you and Busuk? Or are they just saying it after watching a Beastars episode? That Masquerade had been having a serious inner conflict even before you left. Oh, I think this one can affect my mood, I think. Is that one? Might have heard something. It was true that there had been lots of conflicts. Not that many people know about that. You didn't think Busuk had been telling people, right? He's still arguing with your fans on Phater. What's he trying to pull? There's some truth to SC Young's story. These can get worse. Okay. Doesn't affect my mood, so I don't care. All of the audience saw him so spaced out and lazy after that accident occurred during the finals. I found it so funny for him to act like he's mourning Young so seriously now. Haesung looked lost on TV. Some claimed he looked shocked after the news of his prior school violence broke. Let's see, favoritism. Young claimed that Seungyeon had favored Haesung in every way. Seems like it. At least based on the information that we have. Hello, I'm Xingyun Shin, the chief producer of B-Stars, rest assured. An anonymous account using the name of Xingyun has appeared on Phater. It's attracting attention by spreading salacious rumors. We've been receiving tons of messages asking about the show. We are not sure about the future of the show, but since there are so many of you expressing your support, surely we can't end it like this, right? Thank you for your continued interest in our show. The company seems to be more concerned with the timing of when to resume the show, when they didn't even take control of the situation. Some criticize them for that, while some seem to understand that. Kind of true, it's their fault that everything is all messed up right now. B-Stars didn't provide a staff list to the rescue team, so they can't possibly know who's missing and who's been rescued. The list of staff members who were working at the time of the accident wasn't finalized yet. It will take some time to identify who's still missing. I forgot there were so many of these. We just handed a list of audience members to the rescue team. We are sorry to have caused so much anxiety. The rescue team got the list of the stage audience and is now counting the number of survivors. Okay, now I have a bunch of words. Hold on just a minute. Okay, I had the window open for a bit, but now it's too warm. Can't win. Okay, do I have records of a lot of these? Let's do the keywords first. Fake panic attacks. Sympathy votes from a story. It was often discussed on the show after they showed footage of her panic attacks. Her life isn't defined by it. It's not like she was having panic attacks just for the camera, you know. Ina's blue eyes quivered. They pressed her with the cameras up to the point where she couldn't hold it anymore. Yeah, she tried her best to avoid it. What I saw back then couldn't be faked. I was at a loss. To be honest, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know anything about the panic attacks up to that point. Of course, I was so scared. I ran up to her because I thought she fainted. It was all captured on camera. Not all of it. They got rid of me while editing the footage. The whole thing was designed by Xingyun. I'm sure everyone knew by the time it was over that it was her intention to broadcast it. Anyhow, Yuyung's seizure was as real as it could get. The production crew pressured her a lot in order to trigger a panic attack. I couldn't believe they were forcing her like that so openly. Young tried to hide it. It must have been shameful for her. Panic attacks. Young was known to suffer from panic attacks after she left Beloved. She still receives treatment. She had hoped to maintain her privacy during the show. Yes, nobody expected this would happen, but still. Stage came down and we have a dead person at hand. Although we haven't heard any news about it. I don't even know what to talk about first. I wish I could be forgiving, but this is just pathetic. It's like they don't know the seriousness of the situation. Ina lowered her watch after briefly looking at it. Checking it just makes me feel frustrated. Good grief. We should remain calm. We need to relax, though. Things might be different out there. I'm sorry for not recognizing such an old person. Oh, I think I picked this the first time, too. Alright, does that decrease my mood? Well, it gives me a... I don't know. I know, that seems like the right answer, but it's the wrong answer. Pretty much everything in this game, whatever the right answer is, just choose the opposite. This is too much. It's pandemonium in and out.
그런 거야?
I guess this is infuriating even for a noble person like yourself.
틀렸어.
Noble? That's not the best word that describes me.
어?
I thought you were such a noble person because I saw you looking as dumb as usual even when people called you a betrayer. Ina crossed her arms and wiggled her index finger.
있잖아.
For those in here, getting rescued is the top priority. We shouldn't fall for his games.
그렇잖아.
Right, but if that response continues, people out there could get affected.
예를 들어
They won't recognize the seriousness of the situation and will try to find amusement from it.
그러면
And that would cause someone to act up like a bull in a china shop.
혹시
Are you talking about Haesung?
그래.
Yeah, you saw his vain efforts, right? We also have jerks like S. Young crawling out from God knows where. Do you think this kind of atmosphere will continue? I can understand there is no command center at the moment, but that's not something you'd expect from the official account. What are they going to do about this disorderly atmosphere, huh? Growing chaos, the inappropriate and vague response to the accident by the company resulted in more confusion to the media, viewers, contestants watching for a chance, and a malicious anonymous user. Okay, let's get the important stuff out of the way. Then we can mess around with the optional answers.
아이고.
As the saying goes, even a broken clock is right twice a day. Ina was the only one who didn't get her past exposed.
그건
Do you approve of S. Young's opinion?
아니라고.
You hurt my feelings. But what they said about Ina is true though. It's nothing much to reveal.
아마도
Probably because there was nothing. If something came up, she would have revealed it already.
아니지.
You know only one side of the story. If you take everything out from the gift package, children will lose interest.
알겠어?
No, you have to take the gifts out one at a time to get the excitement going.
그렇다는 건
Are you saying there's still gifts in the package? Haesung frantically scratched his head.
저기 그게
I'm just guessing, okay? We only know that she's at least 20 and that she did some dancing in the past. Do you really think that's the only thing they found out about her past?
생각해봐.
But what about us? They even aired the mistake we made when we were in junior high school or high school.
아니었어.
That didn't come out in the show.
아 참.
It's not just me. I'm speaking on behalf of everyone else. You know we all get picked clean by the show. Anyhow, Seoyoon gave her a pass. That's probably what happened. The show covered Ina's life only up to the point of her crew years. Her life story before was never mentioned. Other people found it odd. Oh, does he only have one keyword? Interesting. For some reason I thought he had more than that.
그게요.
Oh, are you talking about the blackmail?
어?
Did it actually happen? Seal scratched his head.
사실은
It's true she received blackmail. The sender cut letters from magazines and pasted them on paper. Well, she did a lot of things in the past, but this was new for her. But as you know, this one was very controversial. She received anonymous blackmail right after the finals began. She had done many things in the past, but it was the first time she received blackmail.
아시겠어요?
You know about the rankings, how many minutes of footage, song selection, people complain about all kinds of things. It's got nothing to do with the collapse of SCM. I got carried away and said something stupid earlier.
그래도
But if it was blackmail about the show,
도윤이 형.
do you think about it? What would you do if you received blackmail? Nothing I could do.
그런 것 같아.
She had no choice but to ignore it. Running wildly would only prove that she had fallen for it. Maybe that's what the sender wanted to see. Seal slowly nodded after staring at him for a moment.
그렇죠.
That's the show's official stance towards threats and blackmail. You said Ina received a letter from an unknown source, right? The production crew responded in a similar way.
그건
She told me herself the wording is a bit different.
그거야.
Popular or not, she just went, but it was the same reason after all. I don't think there was any reaction.
한마디로
If she appears to be in a rush, it will just make the sender happy. She needs to come out looking sharp as usual, so as to show his action had no effect on her whatsoever. That's why Seeing-young ignored it. Are you saying it's relevant to the Phater account that's been acting out? I believe so. Seal confirmed that the blackmail Seeing-young received was composed by cutting and pasting letters from print media. What little print media there is left.
네.
Playing favorites. They came out sometime after the preliminaries. I'm not just talking about the amount of screen time given to his son. They didn't take any action even after the exposure of his past.
그거야.
There were too many people during the preliminaries. The production crew tends to focus on the contenders who stand out.
인정해요.
Well, there's something I should admit.
그래?
Admit what? I can't deny the fact that the show was favorable towards Hisung. It's not like that now, is it?
그래도
It seems that he didn't get any favors after his school violence was revealed. Oh, really? That was a... I think that was a problematic answer. So with Seal, everything's a problematic answer. I think I like him even less than Hisung. Hisung, I can understand his point of view. Seal's just... It's just a creeper. Just a whiny creeper. It's the worst kind of creeper.
그거 있잖아.
But why Hisung? Out of so many fine contenders.
그러니까요.
That's what I'm saying.
세상.
Why Hisung out of all these contenders? Well, she deserved such a piece of blackmail, but let's move on to the next topic. Seal bit it on his lip. They should have checked his background first before backing him up.
말도 안 돼요.
I didn't get it in the first place. There was a weird romance scandal right after the preliminaries, right? But at the time, the girl took all the blame and was eliminated.
그래.
Yeah, I remember.
그래도
But he didn't get any favors after the past of his school violence was revealed.
그 말은
That's when we realized that it was a ticking bomb. I felt like you guys were neglecting him. Everything has its reactions, so we neglected him as much as we backed him up before. We should have nothing to say, even if we kick him out of the door. Seal said Singing deserved blackmail for her favoritism towards Hisung, but the exposure of Hisung's violent past made her abandon her favoritism. He's like super vindictive too. The guy's got problems.
어떻게?
They appeared out of nowhere and started stirring things up. You can tell they're trying to create commotion by looking at the username.
대체
Why did they have to come out at a time like this?
어쩌면
That's the wrong question. They came out now precisely because it's a time like this. If they're not worried about getting embarrassed or criticized, this is the best timing. Why would they get embarrassed? Nobody can figure out who they are in the first place.
그렇지.
Right, they have nothing to lose. We have to put it up with it? I remember. We just have to endure
내
it.
생각은
They're out of control.
그래.
I agree, though I'm really pissed off. If we take action, we're falling for their trick. People will think we're pathetic for arguing on Phater while being stuck down here.
만약에
Hissing might go at it with them. I hope not. Hissing was on the other side, nervously jerking his feet. I don't think he'll behave rashly since there was an incident earlier when he used Phater.
아무래도
It's inevitable that people like S. Young are acting up in chaos like this. Since the response from the show is naive and hesitant, the mass media get overheated and people get excited. We get contenders like Hillsong aiming to rebound, but we also get anonymous accounts seeking attention.
그럴까?
Are you saying we're in a situation where the troublemakers can't be avoided? We'll just have to wait for the situation to sort itself out so that troublemakers will disappear. Yeah, I mean, I do think the writing of the characters is pretty good. I mean, they're all very different.
그래도
I mean, if it wasn't for the translation, then it would be even better, you know. I think they're almost done checking the audience.
그래.
I know, it could have been a disaster. But they are still checking the staff.
그건
I think it's more complicated. It doesn't seem logical, though. As for the show, the staff is supposed to be the family, right? Are you saying they should take care of the family first? No, not always.
아닌 것 같아.
Not always. There are families worse than strangers.
맞아.
That's true.
솔직히
It's probably a good thing now, but nobody came here. I'm no different, but you're in a different situation. Because I was a disgrace to my family's family? Yu shook his head weakly. You heard the interview, right? He said he was ashamed to have two jokers in the family and just hung up.
그래.
It was too much. Was that really necessary?
아니야.
He wasn't pretending to be mean. That's just how he thought. No one from his family came to the venue to see his performance. When the staff visited his uncle, he complained that his family had produced two jokers. I didn't mean to talk about your family. Didn't mean to talk about family. Duyun felt awkward after hearing Gi-hyuk's downcast voice.
알잖아.
Eating together makes you family, I guess. As all Masquerade members thought we were family.
그럴지도.
I know one thing, that they were inattentive towards people they worked with.
아무래도
The numbers of audience gets checked accurately as they enter the building.
그렇지.
But the staff includes part-timers and contract workers. Treating them like disposable tools. Now that I'm in this mess, I can see it more clearly. I wish they would hurry up and confirm the staff list too. It's easy to check the number of survivors from the audience, but more difficult for the staff because the exact number of temps and subcontractors isn't clearly known. They found the right time to post their groundless rumor.
결국
I think they're trying to talk about your...
알아.
I know. Yu Young dropped her head and paused for a moment.
그래.
I did work as a barista. I didn't think it was necessary to mention it during the interview, and I just let it slide because the show didn't talk about it either. Coffee? Yeah, I like drinking coffee. Coffee breaks panic attacks, doesn't it?
저기
I didn't think coffee and panic attacks could go together. Oh, was that wrong? Well, sorry. I just gotta act like a dum-dum around here sometimes. Yeah, I guess I should have saved before that other answer, but oh well. Yeah, I think the bad thing about this game's fast forward is that you can fast forward past things that you've never seen before. Whereas most visual novels, you can set it so that it won't allow you to fast forward past unseen events. But this one just treats fast forward as just a simple button. You just hit fast forward through everything. That's good and bad, of course. I would just prefer that it was more aware of dialogue that you've seen previously. And, you know, they have this little heart system here, which shows you if they're neutral or if it'll give you something. But I don't think it gives you enough. Like, if you get a additional keyword, some of the, that doesn't show up in these statuses. This just says it's neutral, but you actually may get a keyword from this, and you won't know until you hit it and go through the conversation. Unfair acquisition.
역시
You saw how other guys got attacked. There's a similar logic. Planting a seed of suspicion in the ground of truth that's either been revealed or speculated on. Truth and suspicion.
그런가요?
The National University Gyuho graduated from. Doesn't it offer all kinds of scholarships? Maybe they just wrote whatever they could think of.
내 생각엔
This is pretty clear compared to the other rumors. Or he could just deny. It's his decision.
그건
It's up to Gyuho to decide whether to give an answer. You wouldn't even feel the need to explain yourself if you're so innocent.
그래.
Right, he should do whatever he feels like.
난
Without even knowing it, I spoke like a B-star staffer. You could just say no, whether it's true or not. To speak about himself, my own will must... Young mumbled to herself while staring in one direction.
왜일까?
What do you think Huck is thinking now? If people start to believe it, it will be accepted as corruption or dirty play.
아마도
Considering his personality, he probably let them blabber on.
분명해.
S. Young is obviously waiting for a very specific response. They were hostile to Guiyuk for depriving someone else of a scholarship when he himself wasn't experiencing financial hardship. Someone discovered Guiyuk's unfair receipt of a scholarship. He faced severe criticism that he stole the scholarship from a poor student when he's already rich.
네.
Oh, I need this answer, so the intended response can already be felt.
그치만
There must be a strict policy concerning the college affairs. I don't believe it.
맞아요.
Gyuhook is not that kind of character.
도윤아,
I'm surprised you used the word character. I guess the show got to me. Right, we've agreed on the rules of the show after all. It is absolutely foul play if Guiyuk received the scholarship on the excuse of financial hardship. Let's see, that dampens my mood. If I answer the other way, does my mood not change even if I'm losing trust with Yu Young? Let's find out. I'll lose some trust with her in exchange for not dropping my sanity. I think it's a fair trade. Oh, let's do this one first too. Why didn't the show cover it? Why didn't the show talk about this? It's been exposing all the other matters from the past.
글쎄.
Well, only Seeing knows the answer.
근데
I'm surprised you didn't ask.
어?
Huh? About what?
그게
I thought you'd ask me about how coffee and panic attacks don't go together.
그건
It's... People tend to ask me first because many people know about it.
난
I've been enjoying coffee since before I started having panic attacks. I hadn't worked for a long time after leaving Beloved, so I decided to work at a cafe when the job was offered to me. Yoon wanted to point out that it was different from the relationship between coffee and panic attacks, but he decided to change the subject. Yoon works as a barista while taking time off and revealed that she is a coffee lover. Her haters claim that she was a funny trying to get more votes because coffee aggravates panic attacks.
혹시
You said it had been a long time, but still no one recognized you?
어,
Sometimes people asked if I was Yu Young from Beloved. And I said no. I told them they were mistaken.
Huh?
Are you saying you pretended to be someone else?
그래.
Even if I asked the manager to give me a different name tag. I even asked the manager to give me a different name tag. No matter how much time went by, people continued to criticize me, so I wanted to deny myself.
근데
But I guess I couldn't fool everyone. Since it's resurfacing like this. It's true that Yu Young worked as a barista a long time after she left Beloved. She even wore a name card with a pseudonym to hide her identity. Okay, then this one. So if I say remaining time is part of the contract, does my mood still drop? Yes, her trust level goes down. Oh, okay. My mood still drops, so it's better to at least get trust with her. It's kind of dumb. No matter what, I need that keyword but I also get a penalty for my sanity. There are not a lot of places to gain sanity, let me tell you. Oh, still missing a word. Wait, is that right? Did I load the right file? Gotta go through it and get another keyword. So yeah, that's the thing. If it would have saved the response of receiving keywords, then I wouldn't have to guess like this. Okay. Now comes the hard part. I mean, I do have records of what is bad. Right. Alright, this should just be info. Should be no mood changes. Investigation rumor. Contradictory. Unfair acquisition. And she doesn't care about anything. Oh, that drops mood. Okay. It drops mood and it doesn't gain me anything, so no point in even asking. So we can do this one. And this one. And this one. But not that one. Another profile, but not another keyword. Oh, that drops your mood. Come on, Ina. You're supposed to make me feel better. We're like the closest thing to friends among this group. And nobody's really friends in this group. Favoritism. List. Oh, I think I have to talk to Seal about with the staff list to get another keyword. Has to watch checking list of staff. Survivors. I should say I don't know, right? I think. I'm not sure, to be honest.
정말요?
You don't know? Are you serious? Sorry, this is my honest answer. The union stood awkwardly and Seal nodded. Yeah, that's right.
그래요.
You didn't have to know about it since you're one of the contestants. I might have been offended if you lied about it.
그런 편이죠.
There are different types of staff members. We have temps and some workers from partner companies. It's not as systematic as checking the audience when they enter. You see, I didn't know. That's just how it is around here. I just feel that it's just that I feel bitter about how they treat the staff. Oh, this gets me a, I think that one gets me something now? Oh, okay, yeah.
그게요.
Background checks.
혹시
You guys conducted them, right? Seal fiddled with the bag strap.
근데
What,
그게
what contestants told us just wasn't enough.
어?
Why is that?
그거야.
They tend to massage their stories to make themselves look better, and there wasn't enough info. For example, Hesung didn't mention anything about his criminal record.
대체
How far did you investigate? Seal's eyes quivered for a second.
사실은
We didn't do it directly.
그렇다는 건
That means,
그렇죠.
well, we hired agencies. She made this far by carefully walking the line of legality. Despite her success, public opinion about her was mixed.
음?
You left it up to outside organizations? We had too much work with little time. Outsourcing. Because the info provided by the contestants could have been distorted, the show collected more data using other methods. Since the show staff was already so busy, they hired background check agencies to carry out the work. Okay, and we can talk about outsourcing, which also gives me a plus minus.
그리고
We didn't work the agencies anymore.
어?
Did you gather enough info?
아니요.
No, there was an issue. Hissing, for example, it was ridiculous. The staff began to complain because one of the agencies was making too many mistakes.
그렇죠.
We didn't even pay off the entire balance because it was their fault. The agency filed suit?
그러면
Didn't the agency file a suit? If you didn't pay the balance, you violated the contract, right?
네?
I'm surprised you would ask me that. There were conditions when he signed the contract.
그렇다고 볼 수 있죠.
Both sides had to take responsibility for the mistakes they made, and there was also a clause concerning confidentiality.
그렇다는 건
So they just call it a day, happy with the previous payments.
그 말은
If there's a dispute, the agency has to refund the full amount.
아니
It's pretty serious if the agency was hired.
그치만요.
It was also stated in the contract for contestants. Entrust the show with the decision and don't hold each other responsible for incidents that happened during the show. That's unfair, though.
아무래도요.
Singer needed the ingredients. I know it could be a very controversial issue, but I think it was unnecessary evil for the show. It was necessary. I can't believe I'm arguing Singing's side right now. I guess I began to resemble her as much as I hated her. Seal hated the producer, who always looked down on him, but ironically, he liked her way of doing things. He said he took after her in some ways while still hating her.
한마디로
Anyway, as you said, we just ignored it. That's how we got this far. Contracts with background agencies were terminated after some controversy surrounding Hastings' past, but confidentiality clauses will likely keep the agencies quiet. Okay, that lets me move on, so that's good. I know, you can tell I'm losing patience with the game, because now I just want to skip through everything. But we have seen all of this. I just don't have like a really good memory of everything. I do have to go through the things that are marked as bad for trust, but if it's good for my sanity, then I'll do it, right? Actually, let's test those real fast. Are these bad for my sanity? Oh, that gives me a profile answer, though. So I really do have to ask it. I have to ask him this one. Oh, well, we can't totally be buddy-buddies or anything. And these were just... Yeah, I don't think I got any profiles for her. These were all neutral? Oh no, that one's positive. I know, he's surprisingly mellow in this part of the game. I can actually ask him every single question. I just need more profile answers. Because eventually those will be part of my solution at the end of the game. If I get them. I don't know, it would definitely bother me if I was getting, you know, letters with all the... Oh, okay, she has newspaper clippings. Number one, I'd be wondering where they even get newspapers anymore. And then number two, knowing somebody would take all that time to, you know, write something vindictive and not do anything with their life. I was like, that's a sad situation. Oh, ooh, I couldn't do that one. Wait, what was that one? Ah, damn it, I wasn't paying attention. It's busy blabbing. Must be fake panic attack. Tread carefully on this one. Oh, you give me, yeah, that's right. Okay, oh, it must be this one. Yeah, yeah. Oh no, it was after that? Oh, really? It was that one? Wait, was it both of them? How did you bringing me down, girl? Especially if you're not going to give me a keyword. Or a profile entry or something else. Other than just a sour taste in my mouth. Okay, both of these were bad. Alright. I've wrung everything I can out of everyone. God, I hope I didn't miss anything. At least I didn't drop. Ina raised her hand.
생각 좀 해봤는데 저 S승연이란 놈 있잖아. 역시 안이랑 관련 있는 것 같아.
안이라뇨?
Ina pointed her finger at the floor.
여기.
무슨 귀신 씨나라 까먹는 소리야?
조금만 자세히 얘기해봐.
그러니까 예를 들면 사회성이란 거지.
와, 들켰네. 라고 할 줄 알았냐? 나도 지금 저 새끼 뭐 하는 놈인지 난감하거든.
이나 씨 깜짝 놀랐잖아요.
넌 오인 아닌 편 좀 적당히 들어.
내 말은 쇼 관련자 같다는 소리야.
이나야, 지금 우리한테 중요한 건 S 승연이 아니야.
큐, 말 되게 쉽게 한다. 그럴만도 한가? 알부자가 공돈 타먹는 거 대단한 함도 아니지.
Looking bewildered, Goihuk looked at Duyun.
침묵의 한도연 씨는 어찌 생각하시나?
S. Young, an anonymous account impersonating producer Seung-young Shin. The commotion the account has been creating is making everyone wary of one another. If this was the intent of S. Young, it seemed like their efforts had been successful. Duyun thought about what S. Young had been posting.
S승연이 쓴 얘기들 대충 찍어서 떠들었다기엔 걸리는 점 그건
Which one of the non-offensive allegations was not previously public information? Barista... And... Unfair? I think?
규혁이 형 장학금 얘기야. 형 학교 다닐 때가 방송에 자세히 나온 적은 없었어.
우리도 페이터로 처음 봤으니까.
진짜 뭔가 받아 챙긴 건 맞아?
자세히 말하긴 그렇지만 장학금은 받았어.
S승연이 그걸 어떻게 알아?
대학 관계자라거나.
다른 출연자들 얘기도 했잖아.
맞아요. 대학 관계자는 가능성이 낮아요. 영희 누나가 쉬는 동안 바리스타를 했단 거 나온 적 없는 얘기로 알고 있어.
그래, 맞아. 알아보는 게 싫어서 가면까지 썼는데.
베스타에서 보여준 적도 없던 얘기고.
공황인데 얼굴 맞대는 일, 커피까지 즐기셨다는 사실도 나왔지.
서혜성, 너무 멀리 가지 마라.
쉬는 동안 무슨 일을 했는지 마음대로 찍을 수는 있어. 그치만 정확히 바리스타를 짚는 건 아무래도 이상해. S 승려는 어디서도 안 나왔던 얘기를 꺼냈어. 규혁이 형 장학금 얘기, 그리고 영희 누나 바리스타 알바.
굿봐, 역시 이상하지?
지금 알 수 있는 건 하나뿐이야. 적어도 S 승연이 하는 얘기 전부가 멋대로 지어낸 말은 아니란 거.
Seeing inside for Seeing's post, Goyhuk's scholarship and Yuying's part-time job had been widely known. Seo looked irritated.
또 스텝설로 가나요?
Yep,
스텝이 다 구출이 됐니 말았니 하는 때예요.
you're definitely guilty.
지금 저런 짓거리 할 만큼 한가한 사람 없어요.
어이구야, 우리 장 FD가 또 스텝이라고 편을 드시네. 친구라도 좀 만들어 놓고 편을 들면 내가 슬프진 않을 텐데. 어쩌냐? 형아 눈물 날라 그런다.
이제 막 구조돼서 구급차에 실려가는 판국이야. 페이터로 저러고 있겠냐? 생각을 일이라도 하고 살아.
아니면 탈락자일 가능성은?
베스타 탈락자 말이야?
어느 정도는 뒷사정을 알 수도 있잖아.
떨어진 다음에 알긴 힘든 정보 같은데.
떨어졌는데 저런다고 무슨 득을 보겠어.
자기가 못 올라가면 끌어내리기라도 하려는 게 사람이니까. 그게 아니면
With her head lowered, Ina raised her eyes and stared at the rest of the group.
여기 우리들 중에 하나 개인적으로 알았던 걸 터뜨려서 아예 보내려고.
계정이 다르잖아. S 승연인데?
다른 계정 굴리는 거지. 부계정. 워치 쓰는 거 서로 확인해 본 적도 없잖아.
At the very moment, something flashed through Jiyun's mind. Unlike what Ina said, it was actually impossible for contenders to use another account.
이나야, 잠깐. 출연자가 부계정을 쓰는 건 불가능해. 왜냐?
Sponsors watches.
우리가 가진 건 워치 한 개뿐이잖아.
그런데 무슨 말이 하고 싶어?
일침 제대로네. 추리를 하시려면 근거를 확실히 대셔야죠, 오이나 씨.
Ina just stood there, lost for words.
도윤이 말대로야. 워치로는 공식 계정밖에 못 굴려.
쇼에서 준 워치, 거기 공식 계정이 귀속된 상태잖아.
우리 중에 S 승연이 있는 건 불가능하다는 거지.
All accounts, one official Phater account is bound to the watch for each contender, so another account cannot be used. Ina took a step back and bit her lip.
기세 등등하시더니 어이가 없네 진짜. 멀티가 됐으면 내가 진작에 굴렸지.
좋아. 인정해. 워치로는 안 된다는 거. 근데 다른 기기가 없다고 장담할 수 있어?
와, 포기를 모르시네. 물러날 줄도 알아야지. 좋아, 다 까보면 되잖아.
Houston confidently turned his jacket pockets inside out. It looked like an inspection of personal belongings was about to take place.
세일. 특별한 거 있나 확인해봐.
네, 알겠어요.
Oh, you're the one with the... He's the one with the problem. The inspection was over. All they had was their own watch.
혹시나가 역시나지. 그렇죠, 인하님.
Although with Sale, maybe he had just a tablet, you know. wireless tablet, no cell phone, or no cell coverage. I have one of those myself.
알겠으니까 좀 꼬지 말아줄래?
그런데 우리 한 사람을 빼먹고 있잖아?
Yep.
장세일 FD님. 엄연히 여기 계신 분인데 빼놓으면 서운하지.
내가 뭐? 가진 게 없는데.
그거야 당신께서 하시는 말씀이시고요.
Hyesung wagged his finger.
메신저 백. 거기 뭐가 들었는지 아무도 관심이 없네?
Sayil grabbed the bag.
수첩 있다고 맨날 들고 다니는 거.
수첩 하나만 들어가기엔 너무 큰데? 너
자기 빠져나왔다고 아주 난사하는구나 너.
난사인지 적중인지 까 보면 알겠지.
Hyesung came forward and Sayil took a step back in response.
개인적인 물건이야. 왜 출연자도 아닌 사람을 잡아?
공익을 위해선데 협조 좀 해달라고. 의심병의 아이콘 오이나님도 한 말씀 얹어주시죠.
이나 씨,
그게 아깐 내 생각에 빠져서 좀 오버했어. 기분 나빴을 거야. 미안해.
에?
Hyesung turned back to face Ina.
지금 뭐라고 하신?
까보라는 둥 물고 늘어져서 미안하다고. 딴기기 어쩌고 말도 안 되는 소리였는데.
Feeling awkward, Hyesung scratched the back of his neck.
아 저기 그래 인정하니까 좋잖아. 워낙 드문 장면이라 좀 익숙하지가 않네.
Hyesung suddenly raised his head and touched the watch.
아 그래 우리가 이렇게 마주보고 떠드는 중이잖아. 근데 페이터의 S 승연이 또 글을 딱 올렸다면 굳이 이 난리를 안 쳐도 외부인으로 끝나는 얘기였잖아.
Hyesung suddenly fell silent.
혜성아, 왜 그래?
Hyesung flashed his teeth in anger. As previously announced, the real Survivor Audition buried stars will continue. The cameras are all buried, so I'm going to use Phater. The contestant with the fewer votes will be eliminated. The loser will be killed. Only the top contestants will survive. From now on, do your self-promotion to go up in the rank. The judging standard is honesty. Confess your wrongdoings and make an apology to your fans.
미친 소리도 정도껏 해야 개성이지. 이게 진짜.
His hands began to tremble.
되는 대로 말하는 거야. 신경 쓸 필요 없어.
필요가 있고 없고를 떠나서 이건
Next results will be announced on the hour. Hyesung can go up in the ranking. Please show us lots of love and support. You don't bother to vote.
피디님 이름 달고 자꾸 개소리를 지저대잖아.
Just when Dune was about to intervene, Hyesung began to busily type something into his watch.
이 새끼랑 맞다이 좀 까야겠어.
Who are you, pretending to be the producer and talking bullshit? Knock it off. Hyesung, won't you show your respect to me? Are you revealing your true colors? People don't change. Are you scared of having no one on your side? I told you, confess to your sins and be honest if you still want to raise your rank. You intend to impersonate Seeing Young?
이딴 건 팩트로 조져야 돼.
Who's this troll now? Seeing Young is already dead. I saw her myself, so stop talking bullshit.
야, 뭐 하는 짓이야?
공유 미친 듯이 올라가고 있어.
All the attention and shock of the world rang through my head.
아, 대답 안 하네. 이거 잠수 탔지?
Hyesung's voice was shaking.
이젠 사칭 따위 못해. 꺼져버리라고.
Ooh, my sanity stable. Oh, I think that's the first time my sanity's ever been stable. It's usually neutral, right?
이거 괜찮은 거야?
그럼 헛소리 하는 걸 계속 두고 봐?
그치만
생방을 날려야 짜진다고.
12:55 a.m. Internal conflict. Infuriated with S. Young, who pretended to be Sing Young, Hyosung posted a comment about Sing Young's death. Anger has turned him blind.
공유수 벌써 1000이 넘었어.
As the number of shares grows, the number of responses begins to increase as well. Who's this troll now? Sing Young is already dead. I saw her myself, so stop talking bullshit. A big bomb exploded. What? Hyosung said did something stupid. Producer is dead? Really? Then what is that account posting comments? This is so wrong. You shouldn't tell a lie to attract attention, Hyosung. Are you out of your mind? Criticism dominant. Hyosung's careless disclosure of Sing-yun's death was criticized by the survivors as well as many Phater users. Checking it. The official account doesn't know. Is it a lie? It's so out of the blue. The official account would know though, right? I mean... Oh, well, maybe the watch doesn't track your pulse or something. It'd be weird for a watch, at least nowadays, not to have some sort of health tracking app. So. Is it true that he revealed Sing-yung's death while fighting with a troll online? Hyosung's not a Phater newbie. How can he do that? The building came down. Rescue operations are still underway. It's not the time to blame Hyosung for what he said. Shame on you people. It can't be true. There was no news about that. Hyosung must have been mistaken. If Hyosung's claim is true, then what will happen, huh? Sing-yung's sin is really dead? Victims? What? Is this for real? How long will it take to finish checking? Can't you see what's happening now? Who is that Sing-yung claiming that the producer is dead? What is Hyosung, or why? What is Hyosung acting like that? What's happening there? Are you working? We're hearing from Hyosung the latest news on survivors and from an attention seeker news on Sing-yung's death. What is the role of the official account manager then?
야, 공식 계정이 얻어 터지는데?
난리 났네. 야, 어쩔 거야?
뭘 어째? 어차피 알려질 얘기 아니야?
검토해서 공식 발표하는 거랑 네가 깝친 게 똑같냐? 공식 계정 맞는 거 안 보여? 너 때
그게 대수야? 저딴 거 잘 대응하라고 돈 받는 거잖아. 나 쥐어 터질 땐 쌩 까더니 대단한 의리 나셨다?
Yoo-young raised her hand to interrupt Seal.
사망자 뉴스 떴어.
Confirm dead person's identity at the accident site of Baird Stars first. Sing-yung Shin? Right, the timing's so perfect. Baird Stars producer Sing-yung Shin found dead third. There was an official announcement about Sing-yung's death. Thanks to Hyosung's spoiler, the situation had gotten all mixed up.
공식 계정에도 발표 나왔어.
Leading our show, producer Sing-yun Shin has passed away from an accident. May she rest in peace. We feel deeply responsible for this incident. We will do our best to rescue the remaining survivors inside. We will cooperate with the authorities to find out the cause and prevent any damages from the interruption of broadcasting. Official death, Sing-yung's death was first disclosed by Hyosung, then covered by the media pretty soon. In addition, the B-Star's official account also confirmed her death by offering condolences.
방송 중단 어쩌고는 뭐야?
등 떠밀려서 쓰니까 저 모양이지.
Seal frowned.
너무 성급해. 욕먹고 뉴스 떴다고 바로 간 것 같은데. 메시지 관리를 해야지. 한 번에 하나씩. 저러면 어떡하냐고.
몰매 맞으니까 공식도 움직이는구만.
혜성아, 너 지금 무슨 말을?
배우신 분이 그렇게 이해가 느려서 어디다 써먹어.
되게 속 편해 보인다.
됐고 방송 중단으로 피해 안 입게 한다. 무슨 뜻이겠어? 구조되면 어떻게든 이어할 여지가 있다는 거야.
넌 진짜로 진짜다.
베스타 문 닫으면 어차피 다 쫑이야. 기회잖아.
이 난장판을 내고 기회 우는애?
웃고 자빠졌네.
그럼 울어? 공식 계정이 낸 공식 입장이야. 어쨌든 오더 받고 쓴 거라고.
그런다고 투표 수가 움직일 것 같아? 아까 깝쳤을 때랑 똑같은 끝일 텐데.
와, 진짜 내 편 하나도 없네. 세일 씨, 신 PD님 없다고 너무 기고만장인데? 무대 무너졌다고 개념까지 무너지네. 신임 총괄 PD신가? 출연자 인사드려요?
말이 심하잖아. 어쩌고 싶은데.
Hissing put on a quick smile and looked at Dean.
알면서들 물어보긴. 도윤이 형은 내 상황 이해하잖아. 아니야?
Oh, I think I get more raises. Well, he trusts me anyway. I can afford an L.
어떤 이유든 이런 난장판은 안 돼.
우리 5위랑 4위야. 위기의식 공유하는 거 아니었어? 형도 꼴찌가 뭔 바락인가 싶나봐. 저 S 승인인지 뭔지가 최하위 죽는다니까 쫄아서 설치는 것 같고.
Hissing put his hand around his watch and took a step back. Beats of sweat rolled down his pale face.
그래, 좋아.
Hissing glanced towards the back and put on a crooked smile.
나만 또라이지? 페이터 한다고 갈구고 PD님 사칭하는 미친놈한테 나라고 하질 않나. 그 자식 입 닥치게 하니까 또 사람 찍어 누르고. 내가 그렇게 만만해? 꼴찌라고 사람 무시해? 실실거리고 다니니까 개뿔도 없어 보여?
혜성아, 진정하고 얘기를 좀 들어봐.
가까이 오지 마! 나 단독 행동을 좀 해야겠어. 내 포지션 확실하게 얘기해 줄게. 난 베스타 계속 할 거고 뭐라고 하든 상관 안 해.
베스타 무너졌다고. 여기가 아직도 무대로 보여?
계속 한대잖아. 그럼 이기면 만사 오케이잖아? 페이턴이 인기 두 편이. 사실 난 그런 거 없어도 괜찮아. 비장의 무기가 있으니까.
Hissing continued slowly moving backwards.
야, 집착 좀 그만해.
다 따라오지 마. 내 얘기 혼자 듣고 싶을 테니까.
Ina hesitated. Hissing turned and headed down the central corridor.
혼자는 위험해.
Yihook's shout echoed around the ruins. The rest of the group looked at one another nervously.
저대로 두면
냅둬요.
아까 복도 봤잖아. 잘못하면
신경 끄면 알아서 기어 나올 텐데 관심 주면 더 날뛰어요.
기억이 말이 맞아. 무대 뒤가 위험해 보여서 돌아온 거잖아.
텀을 둬야 쟤도 뚜껑 열린 거 닫죠. 지 혼자 이 악물고 덤비기는. 뭘 안다고.
Hissing is strange. Hissing split from the group after having conflicts. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should answer differently this time around. I mean, it'll give me a lot of minuses with everybody, but they all trust me anyway, so what's it matter? God, it does make you, it makes you forward through so much just to load a game. I just wish you could load or save anytime you wanted. It's not even a weird thing for a visual novel game to let you do that. And look how much we have to go through. Okay, so let's go back, even though it's quite a bit ways back. And we'll be on his side. I think he still runs into the dressing room anyway. Yeah, cause see, they all rapport improved. Yeah. Oh wait, was I supposed to wait a minute? Why is my sanity unchanged? Did I not get any positive? Oh, maybe I got positive through here. Or did I not save before I did all the questions? So everybody fully trusts me except for Hyesung. So I do have to give him like a little bit of push then. Everybody already trusts me, so you know if they hate me for one little answer, well, whatever. I can understand them. Let's just say that.
살 구멍을 찾으려는 몸부림이겠지.
I mean, I'm not saying it in a nice way, though, right?
(5등과) (4등의) 아슬아슬 케미. 이거
야, 지금 서해성 손 들어줄 때냐?
더 신나서 날뛴다고요. S 승연만 해도 골 때리는데.
이런다고 바뀌는 거 없잖아. 진정하자 다들.
Gwaihok frowned, shaking his head quietly. After listening to the rest of the group, Hyesung tilted his head to one side.
나 단독 행동을 좀 해야겠어. 위기는 뭐다? 기회지. 딱 지금인 것 같아.
네가 무슨 생각인지 감도 안 잡힌다 진짜.
난 베스타 계속 할 거고 뭐라고 하든 상관 안 해.
지금 여기 꼴을 봐. 뭐든 구조되고 나서.
혜성아, 진정하고 얘기를 좀 들어봐.
가까이 오지 마. 난 지금이어야 돼. 계속 한대잖아. 그럼 이기면 만사 오케이지? 꼴찌가 뭔 발악인가 싶어? 저 S 승연인지 뭔지가 최하위 죽는다니까 쫄아서 설치는 것 같고.
No, it kind of looks like Joker there, doesn't he? Like the old 90s DC Joker. This needs like a really long, like, chin.
페이턴이 인기 투표니 사실 난 그런 거 없어도 그만이야. 등장에 무기가 있으니까.
Hyesung's glaring eyes turned towards Dune. Dune tried to read his eyes, but there was nothing there.
이거 말곤 없어. 나는 아무도 따라오지 마. 내 얘기 혼자 듣고 싶을 테니까.
Hyesung turned and ran down the central corridor.
혼자 가면 위험해.
Okay, so he still goes off and oh, whatever. Gwaihok's shout echoed around the ruins. Oh, I need to stop him, I suppose? Hyesung split from the group after having conflicts with the other survivors.
말려야 돼. 저대로는 위험해.
맞아. 당장 꺼내와야 돼.
아까 봤잖아. 완전 뚜껑 열렸다니까.
당장 무슨 일 터지는 줄 알았어요.
Seal mumbled something under his breath.
도윤아, 갈 거면 같이 가.
갔을 만한데 대기실 아니면 화장실이겠지?
스텝 복도도 있어. 찾아보면 나오겠지. 조금이라도 진정됐어야 할 텐데.
Koikok let out a brief sigh, looking at the door.
워치 가진 분들 메신저랑 페이터 한 번만 확인해 주세요. 서혜성이 뭐라고 해놓은 건 없어요?
Just then, Deegan felt the buzz of a notification on his wrist. Yo, Deegan.
혜성이야?
네. 메시지가 왔어요.
양반은 못 되는 놈이네.
Okay, you okay? Where are you? I gotta talk to you. Just the two of us, okay? Dressing room, come alone and meet me.
뭐라고 그래?
둘이서만 얘기 좀 하자는데?
무슨 꿍꿍이로
무기가 있다는 둥 그랬는데.
별 대단하지도 않은 걸로 정신 승리하는 거겠죠.
가 볼 거지?
네. 여기서 쉬고 계세요.
언니는 내가 챙길게. 그나저나 왜 혼자 오래? 불안하겠으리.
메신저로 다 얘기하든지 전화를 하든지.
별일 아닐 거야. 괜찮겠지?
혼자 흥분해서 설레발치다 사고라도 내면.
혼자 오랬지만 같이 갈까? 아까 상태 그대로면 위험할지도.
괜찮아. 갔다 올게.
Ying, who was leaning against Ina, raised her head.
지금은 좀 진정했을지도 몰라. 어떻게든 달래는 쪽으로 부탁해.
혜성이가 제 말은 그럭저럭 듣는 편이니까 시키는 대로 가서 얘기해 볼게요.
상황 보고 나서
걱정하지 마.
So a lot of the stuff is the same. I thought it would change something major, but you know, I just got another CG out of it.
혜성아!
Deegan turned the dressing room doorknob, but the door did not open.
잠갔어. 나야! 말한 대로 왔어!
After a short pause, hissing voice came from the other side of the door.
그래. 네가 시킨 대로.
The door opened slightly, and Husling stuck his head out.
들어와.
Deegan stared at Husling blankly.
형, 내 얘기 듣고 있어? 사퇴하라고.
Husling called out Deegan to force him to resign. He'll probably do the same to the other contestants.
따로 불러서 하려는 얘기가
이것이 뭐겠어?
Husling licked his parched lips.
공식 계정 봤지? 구조되고도 베스타 이어지는 거면 난 남아야 돼. 지금 투표 쓰면 내 자리 날라가. 그러니까 형이 좀 사퇴해줘. 어?
His reasoning doesn't work very well because, like, he can't win against the other contestants. So even if he knocks Deegan out or Deegan drops out, he'll still lose the competition.
페이터로 쓰든 장세일이한테 전화하라고 하든.
It'd be different if he's like in second place, but he's in fifth. Yeah, what's that even matter?
핑계는 뭘로 대도 괜찮으니까. 그래, 걔 핑계 대면 되겠다. 페이터의 그 미친놈 S승연. 걔한테 휘둘리기 싫어서 자진 사퇴한다고 해. 타임라인 꼴 봐봐.
If what Hyoung said is true, the people trapped in there might have seen Sung Shin dead, and the murder threat so creepy. What is the official account doing? The contestants are being blackmailed in real time. Go catch the lunatic or protect remaining survivors. Need to check whether SC is saying is true or not, but either way, they need to shut up. Gotta reconsider SC Young. Holy crap, their forecast on the forced elimination of the loser is true.
그 새끼가 꼴찌를 주기니 많이 했잖아. 지금 개판 5분 전이야.
An anonymous user SC Young claimed the contestant in last place would die at 2 a.m. It sounded like a murder threat.
누구 하나 사퇴한다고 그게 뭐라 할 놈도 없어.
Seeing that Yoon was lost for words, Haesung's expression began to change.
형, 베스타에 큰 욕심 없다 아니었어? 선비인 척 고고하게 굴어본 것뿐이야? 그럼 나도 생각이 있어.
어떤 생각?
폭로할 거야. 형, 정말로 배신자가 맞다고.
No, go ahead.
네가 원하는 대로 해.
응? 진짜?
그래. 어쩌면
Haesung shrugged his shoulders when Yoon was about to say something.
그렇게 나오면 내가 할 말이 없네. 사실 형은 뭐 나도 아닌 거 알아. 왜? 삐쳤어?
그럼 왜 말을 그런 식으로 했어? 이렇게 혼자 행동하는 건 뭐고?
한 수 접으니까 바로 쏴대네.
혜성아, 무대로 돌아가자.
안 돼. 끝장 보고 나갈 거야.
싸움이라도 하게?
말이 돼? 내가 쳐맞지. 형 먼저 부른 건 제일 만만해서 그랬어.
그러냐?
얼굴 보니까 역시 어렵네. 블러핑 치는 것도 쉽지 않아.
무기가 어쩌고 한 거 역시 블러핑이었어?
아니거든? 진짜 있어, 무기. 뻥 아냐. 형 거가 없어서 그렇지. 바로 거기까지 들어가긴 좀 치사하다 싶었어. 이제 블러핑 집어치우고 건더기 있는 사람한테 쇼부 봐야겠어.
Haesung looked to the side and smacked his lips. Haesung just confessed that he had no secret weapon to use against Yoon. He was acting as if he had something to disclose on everyone else. Was he going to call the contenders one at a time and ask each of them to drop out? What was he really up to? What did he mean when he said he had an ace in the hole?
혜성아, 나랑 얘기 좀 해.
Yoon decided to talk with Haesung calmly while not provoking him. Okay, I think I'm okay with those choices, so why don't we stop it there? This is audap, I'm watching Buried Stars under on Nintendo Switch. I mean, some things are different. I guess we'll find out what... at this is the point in time where I expect things to change, hopefully. So, let's see what happens tomorrow. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.